Hi everyone, so some of you may have already seen the video where I unboxed the new Fate Samurai Remnant treasure box. That's the limited collector edition for this new game, Fate Samurai Remnant. So I actually been playing it for a little bit. I have it loaded in front of me. I'm playing it on my Steam Deck obviously. And interestingly, I paid for this Steam Deck by selling 2 of the White Source card I own, 2 of the SP that I had in my collection. I will put up the images on the screen, so yeah, that's basically how I paid for the Steam Deck. But anyway, what I'm doing here today is just going to show a bit of the gameplay video and then just give a bit of comment about what I like about the game and so on. So yeah, let's just dive right into the game. So basically, you are on this map. You can see the map. These are actually the contained. I mean, you can't really consider it open world, but it is contained on a map, and each map there is an objective. So basically, this is a game where it is set, I believe, is the Edo period. So it's like way before the Holy Grail War from the Fate Stay Night series. Of course, the main character, he was made a master. And of course you can see his servant here is Saber. So basically back in this period, they don't call it the Holy Grail War, they call it the Waxing Moon Ritual, but essentially it's still 7 masters, 7 servants battling out. And of course the exception is there are rogue servants also, this time thrown into the mix, and they have no allegiance to anyone, unless they somehow get on your side or something like that. So on the map, there are items you can pick up, secrets to discover and all that. And yeah, basically you can see there are icons and they represent different things. And basically there are objectives that you're supposed to complete in each of these towns. Okay, that was a rare item. So there is of course a dash function. I'm like hopelessly bad at navigating around, and there are crevices where you have to go through and all that. So yeah, it is quite an interesting layout. I think the towns are quite well done, and of course there are people you can talk to and all that. Okay, then of course there are merchants where you can buy things from. Okay, so yeah, let's try to get to the objective. Like I say, I'm hopelessly bad at navigating. I believe I have to go in this direction, the way that I just came from. So of course, when you are traveling the town, there are random encounters and all that. So that's where you get into a fight. I mean, at the start of the video, you can see that that was one of the random encounter. Okay, let me look at the map a bit. So I have to go a long rounded way, it seems. Okay. Probably up here and go over here. And of course, throughout as you are wandering around, there is banter between you and your servant. So that actually makes the atmosphere quite interesting. Okay, another random encounter. And of course there are different stuns you can switch to, earth stuns being more powerful in damage, where the water stuns actually give you faster attack speed. And of course there are partner moves that you can do together with your servant. I mean, it feels a bit like, you know, those Dynasty Warrior kind of game during these kind of battle segments. Oh, snap. Then of course you have to find the right moment to attack them. And then you can switch out. Oops. Hang on, I mean, I'm still getting used to the controls. So yeah, I was trying to see that, like, how do I switch out. So obviously during the fight, once the certain bar is filled, you can switch out the main character with your servant and you can use the servant to attack. So of course the difference is the servant is a lot more powerful. I mean, that's the whole objective, right? Why servants are used for during the Holy Grail War and everything, rather than the masters fighting themselves. So yeah. Okay, seems like I'm supposed to go through there. So I find that the combat is nice, very fluid. And of course, you know, earlier I showed you the earth and water stance, but obviously you can still see there are more slots, so I think those will unlock during the game. And also one interesting thing, as you're wandering around town, you will find cats and dogs, and what you can do is actually you can pet them. So I mean, that's a very nice touch. They didn't have to do it, but for all you pets lover out there, this is really nice. And not only you a pet, like this cat for example, your servant will also have a go at it. So that's really very interesting. Okay, let's go to the objective and continue on with the story. Okay. So of course, you know, there are achievements to get during the, like, as you explore the town, as you fight and all that. There is a skill tree. There are spells also that you can unlock and equip. There are a skill tree, like I said, really massive. Not only for your main character but also for the servant as well. Maybe I should get this skill and eventually unlock this. Oh, that's an expensive skill. Apart from that, there are some basic equipment that you can change which have some effects, as you can see, and you can get them from like drops, from exploring the town. So there is some element of customization, although not as much as I would like, you know, like, you know, changing the appearance of the clothes and all that. Maybe not now, maybe I haven't unlocked it yet, but there is a like achievement you can get for, like, you know, I believe it's part of the quest where, you know, you pet all the cats and dogs or in a town. So anyway, moving along. Oh. Okay, I mean, you do have to know that you do have a life that you can see at the bottom left. I completely like forgotten about it. I should probably heal up before this fight and then continue, because I'm actually not very good at this, because, you know, it's been a while since I get a chance to play, so yeah, a bit rusty. But this is still very early on in the game. And of course there are skills that you can use. Oh man, I'm really bad at this. Okay, let's give it one more try. Okay, heal up first. I should probably restock a bit. And use some skills when I need to. I mean, sometimes the camera angle can get a bit finicky, but I still think overall the combat is pretty good. But essentially, you know, like similar to Dynasty Warrior where you have like the regular troops and then you have like a warlord. The warlord is a lot more powerful. Personally, I prefer the water stance because it seems to be a lot faster, and like, you know, since I'm very bad at dodging and everything, so definitely attacking faster is better for me. But who knows, maybe for yourself, you try the game, different stance might work better for you. Then of course there are cutscenes as well. So some of the cutscenes will be like, you know, this painting like kind of images like played in a slideshow, and there are some that actually looks as though it's like a scene from the anime, so that's really nice how they have done the cutscene. And the voice acting, I think, is pretty good for this game. Of course, I've been playing the Japanese language. I'm not sure if there's an option to change the voices to English, but I feel that at least, you know, with the Japanese language with the English subtitles, it does sound a lot more authentic. Okay, so with that we progress the story again. So basically, you know, as you play the game, the Crimson Codex, right, that cover that I opened in the treasure box, actually this Crimson Codex guides you along with a lot of the mechanics of the game. So this is how like the tutorial works, where they introduce new elements as you play further and further into the game. Okay, so this is the overworld. So like I said, this is the tutorial, part of the tutorial where they introduce new mechanics to you. Okay, so at home you actually do have a home base where you can upgrade things, change things out and all that. So it's also really very nice. So let's take a look at the home base. And this is the town where you actually start out in, and this is where your home base is, at least for the start.
しい店。聞いたな。セイバー。なんだ。まあ。ならば特見によ。止めても無駄だな。
So you can see like there's not really an open world, but basically is self-contained into these towns. So earlier you see the overworld where there are many towns, and you have to go to all the different towns to find out more about the waxing moon ritual, find out more about the identity of the other masters and servants, and yeah, make yourself stronger in the process. So these red circles are obviously enemy encounters which you can go and gain experience and all that. And as well, there are other icons on the map for you to explore. So of course, you do have a home base as well over here. Let's see if we can make our way over there. So at least in the town it is quite interesting. Let's get into our base. So of course, we have a bed where you can rest to recover your HP. And of course you can, improve like your sword and all that. Oops, I'm really bad at this. Okay, let me try again. Okay, so apart from sword maintenance, we have a bookshelf where you can find out more about the lore and everything. So for example, some of the cutscenes I talked about, it looks like this. So it is essentially really like an anime. Okay, so this is the painting kind of cutscene I was talking about. Let me see if I can find like the anime kind of cutscene. I think this is one of it. Let me see. Okay, wait, no. There was one very nice scene. If I could find it, but basically you can see how all the cutscene look like, right? So this is actually a cutscene from the start of the game. So I don't think I'm spoiling too much. So this is essentially one of the first master and servant that you encounter right at the start of the game. And this was even before you have your own servant. And so that is how the game starts. And that is how he got his servant. Okay, so basically these are like some lore and all that. So far I don't have any other costumes that I can change into. Of course we can upgrade the workshop and everything, provided you have enough materials, as you can see here. Then of course you don't have to come to the workshop to do this, but it's basically like what I showed in the menu, where you can acquire skills and change your equipment. So of course you get to look at the overworld. So you can see it is really very huge. I believe that not all the towns are even accessible at the start. You can see like only some have names on it, but there are so many other banners. So yeah, I do expect that this can keep me occupied for quite a bit. So I'm not going to waste too much time already. You have essentially see like a gist of how the game works. There is a story. The combat is quite fun. So okay, in summary, what I just want to share is that I really enjoy the cutscene. The voice acting for this game I think is fantastic. The battle is fluid. Definitely it is a bit challenging, but as you uncover, more skills, acquire more skills, more abilities, you get more experience to level up. I believe combat can get a bit easier and also give you a bit more variety during the combat. I love the interaction between the main character and the servant. That is always a nice touch. The towns are really fun to explore. There are items to pick up, secrets to find and everything. So yeah, I mean essentially so far as a fan of the Fate series, I do enjoy this game a lot. But of course if you are not a fan of the Fate series, I'm not sure, maybe you might find like combat like Dynasty Warrior might be a bit more up to speed. I do think that the combat here, well, it is nice and challenging and fun. I do believe it doesn't have the same kind of depth like in Dynasty Warriors or something. I mean that's how I can compare how I feel that the combat is closest towards. But what Dynasty Warrior don't have, is like things to explore in town, shops to explore, people to talk to. It really feels like a very vibrant town. And then there are achievements to get. As you walk around, you can see people talking, you can talk to people. And yeah, basically you see there are so-called like quests or achievement, you can call it, where if you complete it, you will get certain rewards. Consider it like, a bit like a bounty board. So it's really nice. You can see the town is really very vibrant. I really enjoyed that a lot about this game. So far what I can say is, as a fan of the Fate series, definitely do check out this game. I think it's worth it. I think it runs quite smoothly. I mean it's not 60 FPS for sure, but I'm running on the Steam Deck on the default setting. I'm sure with a full gaming PC probably you get it to run smoother. But yeah, this is just the default setting out of the box. I didn't tweak anything and I think it plays decent enough. I mean I'm not one of those that we have to play in like 60 FPS or something, so for me this works good enough. Let's change stance a bit. So of course there are certain abilities that if you want to use, have to use the Ember. So you can see How do I use it again? Okay, I forgot how I use it. Let me see. How do I use the Ember skill? Okay, never mind. Let me switch my stance first. How do I use the skills again? I mean, obviously you can see the skills over here, but like I said, it's been a while since I have last played the game, because I put it down for a while since I was like really busy at work. So you know, for me, I need to take time to get used to the mechanics again. I'm just like, you know, 4 hours into the game, so nothing too far, but so far I do enjoy what I have seen in the 4 hours since the start of the game. So definitely I think this is a game worth checking out, especially if you are the fan of the Fate series. I don't have really much anything negative to say for now, but if you want to find out more, or as I play along, you know, leave me your comments. I would like to hear your thoughts about this game. But yeah, so far I'm having a blast, and perhaps if you find that the price is a bit too expensive, okay, so if there's one negative, I would say that it is a bit pricier for a game, but this is Koei Tecmo that we are talking about, right? And their games are obviously more on the pricier side. So anyway, hope you guys enjoy my quick thoughts about this game. Yeah, and if you're a fan of Fate series, definitely do check it out. So anyway, take care, stay safe, and we'll be back next time with more card opening. Bye now!